Today I'm going to answer a question. How does Stephen Curry shoot a basketball? When I was growing up, we all wanted to be like Michael Jordan. Fast forward to 2022, and everyone wants to be like Stephen Curry. And for a good reason. He has completely changed the game of basketball. And of course, the trait that we all marvel at is his shooting ability. Now, from one GOAT to another, Michael Jordan himself said, Stephen Curry is actually him if he was playing in today's game. That's high praise. From one GOAT back to another. Right? That's high praise for Michael Jordan to say, if he was playing today's game, Stephen Curry is the only player he can really understand and be like him. High praise. I'm Coach Charlie with Attack Basketball Academy. As Premier Basketball Player Development Coach with a specialty in shooting, I want to break down the methods and mechanics behind Stephen Curry's shot so you can duplicate it. So in this video today, I'm going to tell you the mindset that allows Steph to shoot lights out every game. Next, I'm going to show you the secret mechanics behind Steph's automatic shooting. Last, I'm going to tell you the routine Steph employs to ensure shooting success every game. And on top of that, I have a bonus that I'll give you, but only if you stick around to the very end. Let's get right into the mindset that allows Steph to shoot lights out every game. And it doesn't involve the ball. I want to drop it. It's one phrase. Steph believes his next shot is always his best shot. And now, that's the mentality that I teach players. We say, my next shot's my best shot. He has unwavering faith. And the reason he can do this is because he has a lot of support, not just from his teammates, but his head coach. His head coach was a great shooter as well. His head coach played with Michael Jordan. His head coach actually won a world championship, I should say, with Michael Jordan, making the pass. As they were going to key on Michael Jordan, he said, Steve, be ready. Coach Steve Kerr was ready, knocked down the shot, right? Now, here's a great story. I remember listening to a soundbite, and Steph Curry wasn't really having a great shooting night. But this is what Coach Steve Kerr said because he was mic'd up. Right, Mike was on him, and it's great sound bites for great feedback, inspiration sometimes, also great teaching points. So he said, hey, Steph, come over here. I want to let you know. And he let Steph know his stat lines, right? It wasn't really good. You know, you are kind of making this up. You are 5 for 13, you know, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Man, I wish Coach Steve Kerr said, man, I wish I had the courage and confidence like you to just keep shooting. Now, that's high praise, too. His own head coach was like, man, I wish I had your strong mindset of my next shot's best shot. Not saying he didn't have it as a player, but we all tend to shrink sometimes after we miss one or two. That does not happen with Steph. He doesn't shrink. He misses one, he's going to shoot the next 5 or 6 with confidence. And that story alone just kind of let me know not only Steph Curry's coach encourages him, that's his fans, his friends, his family. They all support him to really groove that strong mentality. And you can't miss as a player, like we know Steph can't, when you have that kind of support around you. See, this gives him a high margin for error every game that grows with confidence. And then we see him go off making 10 threes at games, 12 threes at a game, right? Scoring 50 points. Why? Because he has a strong mindset with a lot of people supporting him to say, again, my next shot's my best shot. Play forward. Before I show you the secret mechanics behind Steph's automatic shooting, I noticed that you're not a subscriber. I develop premium basketball players, and we have a lot of information on this channel. I roll out 20 new high-quality videos every month to help you. So you may want to become a subscriber. Click that subscribe automatic. Now let me tell you the secret mechanics behind Steph's automatic shooting. See, his mechanics are what we actually teach at Attack Basketball Academy. And we call it simply this. Tuck, set, go. Steph keeps that basketball right outside his dominant eye. I watched the video, and somebody say, hey, Steph, show me how to shoot like you. He said, first of all, you got to learn how when you shoot it, you want the ball to go right outside your dominant eye. Bingo. Start the ball between your shoulder and ear. When you lift the ball up in that direction, that ball's where? Right outside your dominant eye. But you want to start learning how to tuck the basketball. And it all starts with your elbow. You want your elbow to the side of your body. Not behind you, not in front, just right to the side. You want your palm behind the ball with your hand because you want your palm going to the net. Okay, like my palm is facing you at home, the camera, right? The ball is directly behind it. Now my elbow, forearm, wrist, and hand is behind the ball. And the ball is located between my shoulder and ear on my shot side. Okay? My shot side is from my right foot all the way up my right leg to the dimple part of my shoulder. And like Steph Curry said, he wants the ball to go right directly outside of his dominant eye. Well, guess what happens? Now when I lift my basketball from tuck and I go what we call set, now I have a strong foundation because my elbow, forearm, wrist, and hand is under the ball. Now all I got to do in one motion, like a sled on a snowy hill, just continue to groove that pattern. Right? So we go from tuck to set to go. Bang. And skill, like Steph has built, skill that's consistent, repeatable, can actually be precise. And when it's precise, that's how you get accuracy. Now, here's the key. Steph looks at the 3 rings on the rim. He locates the first 3 rings where the net comes together with the iron rings. He locates them. You may call them bunny ears. You may call them a W because that's kind of like the weave, W for weave of the net. But he locks his eyes on that. Mechanics. Again, he can be consistent, repeatable. Because now he's looking to locate to find a target. And now in motion, here's what I teach people. You want your wrist going to the rim. You want to contact that. You don't want to pretend like you're in a dark room searching for the light switch. No, you want your wrist to lock eyes. You want your eyes to lock eyes to the rim. The 3 rings like Steph, you want your wrist going to what your eyes are looking at. And when you release it, we call that go. So tuck, set, go. Lift, launch, release, direction. Palm to net, wrist to rim, all in one motion. Now, when I put it all together like Steph, legs are loaded, ball's on my shot side, I lift up, that ends up becoming the result. And what Steph is after, what we teach at Attack Basketball Academy, is we want you to be consistent and repeatable at shooting a straight line shot every time. Steph knows he can't control the make, but he can control the take. Right? I can't control that ball not going to the hole, but the ball went straight. See, we want to control that. The ball went straight to the hole. Steph has a fluid shot. Now when you put it all together like I just did, the objective you want every time is to shoot a straight line shot. How do you do it? Now that you know the mindset and mechanics behind Steph Curry's shooting success, I want you to come in low with go to let us know you're ready to use the tuck set go motion to knock down shots from anywhere on the floor. Go ahead and drop go in the comments below. Now I'm going to show you the routine Steph employs to ensure shooting success every game. He's purposeful, but not rote. Okay? He's not bored with what he does in his pre-practice and pre-game routines. Now, what is a pre-practice, pre-game routine? It's nothing more than simple steps, solutions that prepare your mind and body to play at the highest level possible. Right? So instead of just being cold and going to play in the team warm-ups, no, you get yourself warmed up and hot, ready to play. It just prepares your mind and body. Okay? And you go through the same things as you might do in a real game situation. You actually work on them before the game or before practice. Okay? And now, what he does in his routine, it varies. It varies by the team he plays against. Okay? So if he's playing against one team that loves to, say, double team him when he comes off of a pick and roll, well, he's preparing in his pre-practice, pre-game routine to actually work off coming hard off pick and roll, probably making a pass and going to chase the pass for a shot. He's actually preparing himself for live game action situations before the game even happens. Okay? So I want to make sure you understand that. And then once you see him go through his routine, right? So not only does he do, his dribbling routine that we all may know, maybe 2-ball dribbling, kind of going through the leg, but he's working on stuff stationary. So now when he gets on the move, ready to shoot, everything I just showed you, he's getting ready to kind of step up, shoot the ball, turn, knock down shots, whatever it might be. Okay, the ball go in the hole, but then he may do a fun, silly shot from like half court, go to the tunnel by the locker room, and just have fun with the game. But see, what Steph does is he actually does what I call, he takes his remedies, his solutions, right, and he turns them into routines, right? And that's how you learn to shoot like Steph Curry. So how can you duplicate that, right? You may not have the resources Steph have. You may not have somebody rebounding for you. But can you go to the basket if you have access to the court and learn how to find the 3 rings and go through the touch-set goal motion, right? Learn how to stay still in one spot and groove your shot, right? Really groove your shot, right? That's it. Let's keep the momentum going with that bonus I mentioned earlier. We've covered a lot in this video, and I want to make sure I'm really helping you out. So I would like to offer you a free guide that covers all the must-know basketball principles and in what situation to apply them. This is a powerful guide of best practice tips and skills empowering you to take charge of your game. Just click the link in the description below, and you can download the guide I put together as my gift for you. If you're interested in becoming a consistent, repeatable jump shooter from anywhere on the floor, just like Steph, make sure you check out our 8-week shot fix program that can be found at the same link. It will take your shooting game to the next level, guaranteed. Enjoy your gift and keep attacking.